An experience with a Lamborghini is truly extraordinary. People can try to describe it to you, but I want you to live it.
And here it is, an absolute showstopper. It stands just under 4 feet tall, 15 feet long, and 6.5 feet wide. The Temerario is really aggressive, but not over the top. That's because the headlights are split into 2 levels, and the hexagonal LED daytime running lights are positioned lower down. By the way, there's also a channel that improves aerodynamic efficiency. The main headlights, on the other hand, are down here, and by the way, notice how this area is sculpted. From the side, you can really appreciate the classic Lamborghini shape with its arched line, and it's extremely effective from an aerodynamic standpoint. Downforce has been improved by over 100% compared to the Huracan EVO, but on this lighter version, we're at over 150%. Here you can see the 8-cylinder engine. You can catch a glimpse of it through this grille, which also helps dissipate heat, while back here the hexagons return in the tail lights and in the center with the exhaust. The handle is hidden down here. The door is very long and reveals an interior that has been redesigned compared to the past, because the seat is now lower and the steering wheel has a more upright angle to improve the driving experience.
Maybe there has never been a Lamborghini made better than this Temerario, at least when it comes to the combinations, the assembly, and the choice of materials, which I'll get back to in a moment. First, let me show you the shape of this dashboard, with the central section jutting out. A 3-dimensional design that houses a vertically oriented screen over 8 inches in the center for the infotainment system. Meanwhile, on this other side, there's a screen over 9 inches dedicated to the passenger, providing various driving-related information. And then there's the main cluster, which is over 12 inches and customizable. You can make it more minimal if you want, or have it display more detailed information, or even show the full screen map. On the spokes of the steering wheel, there are tons of buttons specifically to control the digital dashboard. For example, on the left spoke, you can change the driving modes, adjust the front ride height, and also set the suspension stiffness between soft or firm. And then there are the turn signals also here on the left side. On the right side, instead, you have the windshield wipers, the settings for the hybrid electric system, and down here, the drift mode as well. In the center, there's some space down here along with charging ports, and the start button can only be found under this cover, which really brings to mind the world of fighter jets. With this other structure, you adjust the other driving settings, so reverse, parking, and switching to manual gear. Overall, the cabin is more spacious compared to the Huracan, especially in terms of headroom. And then there's this area behind the seats, which is actually quite usable. And then the materials, you must have noticed this carbon fiber. This steering wheel alone costs $3,000. $2,000 for the carbon fiber dashboard frame, $4,000 for the air vents, and another $4,000 for the center tunnel. In total, this Temerario features nearly $182,000 worth of custom options. Even the pedal shifters behind the wheel are carbon fiber, just like the steering column, and yes, they're optional. Below is a small panel for the headlights and a control to open the front hood, which reveals a nearly 30-gallon trunk that's deep enough for 2 suitcases. This Temerario is remarkably agile, especially this lighter version. 55 pounds less and even more refined aerodynamics than the coupe. It produces 920 horsepower, goes from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 2.7 seconds, and reaches a top speed above 211 miles per hour. Here, there's a kind of magic that happens thanks to the perfect synergy between 4 motors. The first, of course, is the 90-degree V8 with a 4-liter displacement developed entirely in Sant'Agata Bolognese. On its own, it delivers 800 horsepower and reaches 10,000 RPM. This makes it a record breaker in the production supercar category. And then there are 3 more electric motors. One at the rear, positioned between the V8 engine and the 8-speed automated gearbox, which is able to provide a boost in any situation, compensating for the turbo lag caused by the presence of 2 large turbos placed inside the V. This setup makes everything more compact and also optimizes the ducts. And then there are 2 electric motors, each with 82 horsepower, paired with the front wheels. In this way, the drive is all wheel starting from road mode and up, even though in that case it's on demand. So the management of power distribution is optimized depending on the driving conditions. Or you can switch to city mode, which, as you can see, turns this Temerario into a front wheel drive vehicle. Right now, I'm driving only in electric mode with a very pleasant whirring sound and a driving experience that is always of the highest quality. The steering is exceptional in its tuning, which clearly changes character depending on the driving mode. And then with this button, I can also choose how to set the suspension stiffness, whether firmer or softer, which is especially useful for driving on roads like this one, which are a bit rough. The 2 front wheels are also fully capable of acting as a torque vectoring system, which means they can independently deliver precise amounts of torque and traction to each wheel, ensuring truly exceptional cornering performance in any situation and at any speed. And with the various controls on the steering wheel paddles, I can also set the operating logic of the hybrid system, maybe to use all the boost, for example, with launch control, or on the other hand, to recharge, to force the recharge of the 3.8 kilowatt-hour battery, which allows this car, right now, to run in electric-only mode. Obviously, since I'm on the road, I can't unleash the full potential of this car's powertrain. To find out how it performs on the track, I'll refer you to the review we've already published on Motor1, but I can guarantee you that the usability of this car is truly all around, even in everyday life. The experience is always enjoyable, intuitive, agile, and within the limits of what this category of car offers, even comfortable. By the way, I have to say that visibility both front and rear is actually pretty good. The softer suspension setup allows you to use this car every day without much discomfort. And then there's the sound of the V8, which is exceptional. The speed of the 8-speed transmission, especially when using the paddles behind the steering wheel, is also surprising. This car is truly exceptional, even when you are simply driving it on the road, without ever needing to seek out or visit a racetrack. It remains incredibly fun, engaging, and thoroughly enjoyable to drive every single day. Every time, it's a wonderful experience.
This road test of the Lamborghini Temerario ends here. But before we go, the price. This lightweight ad personam version costs over $545,700. Now it's your turn. Use your hands to subscribe to our YouTube channel and let us know what you think in the comments.